get ourselves started then. Welcome everybody to. Actually, I'll go ahead and do a quick Theta take. Theta, you good?
You're live.
Okay, cool.
I'm
That's
super
what I wanted.
busy, but you're live.
All right, just had to make sure. All right, cool. So welcome again, everybody, to Urban Jungle, our story of animal people, noir intrigue, cults, and fancy parties. Uh, our story takes place in the city of Tricoga, a city not too unlike an American city in the 1920s. Joining us today are our players, and I'll go ahead and start with the reverse order here. Ender, how about you go ahead and tell us who you're playing?
All right, my character's name is Zechariah Jericho. He is a young college-age bat with the knight background. And basically, his backstory is he has gotten in over his head, getting himself deeper and deeper into some of the odd paranormal activities that are going on in the city. And he believes some of them might be related to the mysterious death of his older brother, who perished in a mysterious house fire that happened on his residence when he was 14. And the police were not able to uncover any decisive evidence as to what the start of the fire might be. But Zach always had a strong suspicion that there might be something else involved that was out of the ordinary, especially after discovering his brother's journal and realizing that his brother was doing some investigation into parapsychology, psychokinesis, and some of the other odd happenings in the city.
All
And
right, nice and involved. And what about who he is? Species, type,
he he
career.
is a bat knight, and his motto is, "I won't let the people I love get hurt. Never again."
Excellent. Move it along. Next we have sorry, I low-key get your character name over here. Cody. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Uh-oh.
Sorry about that. Hey, I'm Cody. I am a lizard reporter that is a loser. um, I am trying to find who this lady in black, I believe, is, and just doing my reporting as best as I can to try to hopefully get noted or seen for once, because nobody takes me seriously.
All right. Follow that up. EHH, who are you playing today?
Jace Green, he is a debunker. You see, when he was young, he had a friend. He had a family member or a friend got swindled by one, and once they found out the ruse, they just let down, and he's basically to make sure that no one ever gets tricked by these charlatans ever again.
Excellent. Norman, who do you got today?
Oh, and he's a night one, hence the night, dear night.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes, hello. I am playing Claudia Greathouse, a rich fox person of interest who I will neither confirm nor deny is actually the masked vigilante / monster hunter woman in black. As I am driven for justice tempered by mercy, and my goal is to finally remove the threat to the city. The one person that everyone needs to mete out the most violent of retribution, Mr. Wonderful.
Yes, and as we like to say, we're all looking for Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Mr. Wonderful what he needs.
And last but not least, Theta.
I am Dante, the original famous Lord Magician. My personality is material. My motto is I always have a plan. My goals are to take care of the entity once and for all, and to put an end to Mr. Wonderful's plot.
Excellent. All right then. I believe the best way to start this out, since things are going the way they are, is we'll go straight to Friday night. It is. You guys have been making your preparation over the last day. And is there anything you would like to do from Friday morning up into Friday night? I suppose a short recap probably is in order too, if someone would like to give it. Where is the current action?
I have a current
Describe
master
it.
plan. What was the name of the building? It starts with R.
The Randall Tower.
Randall Towers on the 14th floor, which apparently is the presentation floor, is going to have a presentation hosted by none other than Mr. Wonderful, who is supposed to be there, who is supposed to debut his newest technological innovation. What is that? We're not entirely sure, but due to certain clandestine methods, I've discovered a secret factory where they put ferrets in body armor and then pump strange chemicals in their bodies. Apparently, these are automated servants. A strange definition for that, and apparently, Mr. Wonderful, who has been known to sell strange and terrible items to the criminal underworld, is going to debut them there. Whether that's true or not doesn't matter, because I have infiltrated the place and stolen a bunch of invitations, which I went ahead and gave to all of my friends. So we're all invited. Then I went and rented an office 2 floors below and used that to go through the floors and sequester a number of poisons, and very specifically, I brought the acid gun too. So there are weapons underneath the floor. So our plan is to go there to the place and finally confront Mr. Wonderful and probably the real brains behind the operation, Ms. Jennifer Osborne, probably the real enemy here.
All right. And I think, did you mention the strychnine as well?
Poisons, yes. We specifically
there we
got
go.
a bunch of strychnine, and I've invited a bunch of people to come with us. So I invited everybody. I'm going in disguise. I don't know about the rest of you guys, though.
That's actually a good question. And of another note, last time you did attempt to contact Edmund over at the Herald Examiner office. Would you like to make another call this morning to the same effect?
Oh, what? To why was I? Remind me. Why was I contacting them? Was I trying to tell them
Because
about
you were
crime?
aware of the party, and I believe you wanted someone to bring a camera and get evidence and such like that, which
Oh, the
James
easiest thing to
also
do
feels
is
the role of.
the easiest thing to do is, instead of trying to get him on the phone, I'll just have the invitation delivered to his office.
Hey, that's great. So Edmund, over the last couple of days, you received a call late at night about an event over at Randall Towers, and you were able to get a quick, short little vignette into a published paper, and nobody else had to edit it or anything. And your boss is quite happy with this. But he's still after more. After he's given you a little pat on the back. He's proud. This morning, however, you have an invitation on your desk. It reads something to the tune of, you are cordially invited to the 14th floor of Randall Tower for a presentation unlike any other by Mr. Wonderful, where he shall reveal his new automated servants.
Well then,
Your name is written on it as well.
is it an handwriting that I may know by chance with my editorial dealings and all that fun?
Say that again?
The actual writing, is it someone that I could recall, like the handwriting?
No, I don't think you've seen anyone's handwriting, really.
Okay.
But it does say that it'll be this evening, starting at 7 o'clock. There will be a dinner beforehand if you wish to arrive early, and you should be dressed sharp.
Fair enough. I will totally attend. Yes.
All right, excellent. So you have some general plans then. And what about the other three? Zechariah, James, and the woman in black.
Zach might briefly take a quick stop back at his dorm to change into a set of fancier and more party appropriate clothing. Trying to think of some way he might disguise himself in case there is the off chance that somebody at the event will recognize him.
You are a college student,
Mm-hmm.
and at least from the invitation and the place it is, you get the feeling that this is probably high class society.
Mm-hmm. So probably not many people that he knows. Being from a middle class background himself.
I suppose also worthy of mentioning here as well is that you still have the assistance of Jake and James Hernandez, the Bear brothers.
Mm-hmm.
They're currently actually chilling out on the 14th floor on the count of this place actually having air conditioning and their apartments not. This is the best thing I've ever felt. They say as they willfully block the air conditioning with their bodies to soak it all up. Uh, and I'll give a quick poke to Dante. You do know the rest of what you have. When you would like to insert them, go ahead and give me a heads up.
Will do.
Got it. Cool. So I'm gonna put that on my mind. Let it happen. Is there anything extra special you guys want to do? And I guess the question also was, what are you going dressed up as? Claudia's already stated she's going to probably be dressing up well for her disguise. What about Edmund? You don't have any fine clothes, do you? You just have a rough outfit, right?
I have an a lesser quality suit given to me by the newspaper.
Mm-hmm. But in terms of outfits, like what type is it?
Fancy outfit.
There we go. That's what I was looking for. So we got a fancy outfit. I'm going to go ahead and just write this out while I'm at it. Text. So we got Claudia, fancy outfit. We got Edmund, fancy outfit. James, what are you going dressed in? Are you going at all? What's your plan?
Did they discuss my part of
Good question. How would you guys like to use James in this event?
I'm sort of defaulting to Claudia for this. She seems to be the mastermind behind every behind this little raid that we're going to do on Mr. Wonderful.
Claudia, what do you have to say for yourself? I think this might be the issue we've discussed. So it may be up to you to decide how you are going to be involved here. You do still own a camera.
I'll pre- I'll pose as a I'll pose as just as a photographer. Like, oh, I'm here to check out the.
Okay. So will you be in a fancy outfit, or what outfit are you wearing?
A fancy, just so I don't stand out.
Do you have one? Is also the other question.
I in my stats, no.
There we go. You might have to actually find a suit that fits you before tonight. So I'll leave that for a second. And Zechariah, what do you have in terms of outfit?
Zach actually does have a fancy outfit in his
Oh.
inventory. It was part of the loadout for being a psychokinetic. So
Yeah, part of a going to college present, I'm sure.
yeah, probably a
All
gift
right.
from his parents.
And of course, Jake and James are rough and tumble, wearing overalls, and one of them is now taking off their shirt to accept more air conditioning onto their fur. So they will look at you all and say, well, we could stay down here until you need us, ma'am. They say, looking over at Claudia.
That makes the most sense to me. They can wait in the office on the 12th floor.
Right. Which leaves the point of business. James, you don't have a fancy outfit. What will you do?
Well, I do have a handy outfit.
Will you wear that instead? Is that going to be your plan?
Might make me stand out though. I might, get my. I might go down to the store, try to find a tux or just try to find something that'll make me look.
Okay, so you will attempt to find some place to get yourself slightly more decent apparel before the night. What skills do you have to find some place like that within a limited amount of time? Probably just mind and questioning, right? You're a detective. You could actually probably figure out who could do this the fastest.
Okay. Just skip. All right. Questioning. All right. Just straight questioning.
Mind questioning. There we go. One success is enough to find a place open and ready to fit you to a suit before the night is upon us. So then, looking at the scene, everyone has a fancy suit. Everyone at least knows what they would like to do. So, is there anything else you would like to cover? Such as, Claudia, do you have any specific plans or orders to give anyone?
No, well, I've already mentioned the setup, so I guess we're having the muscle. Is Dante coming? Because I will send Dante an invite.
You can send him one. But he may not get it in time. Where are you sending it to? Like his theater?
Crap, he didn't actually give me a
mailing address for Willow Springs.
Yeah, he's just hiding in Willow. Well, how do we reach him in Willow Springs? Then we have a phone number, right?
You do, and if you call him this Friday, you do not. You cannot reach him.
We did everything on Wednesdays, so if I can't reach him by Thursday, it's not worth it because I have to send a courier to deliver his invite. So, yeah, well, I guess he's not coming then if I can't get a hold of him. If I can get a hold of him, I'll send him the invite.
Right. And in the background, this is all just part of Dante's personal plan, too.
Right. But no, I would tell our muscle guys if they're willing to help, they should be on the 12th floor and they should be listening for gunfire because they will hear gunfire.
All right.
Ooh, gonna get hot up there? Jeez.
I should also ask those, yeah, are you guys willing? You know, this is going to be pretty hard hitting.
I mean, Zach is not trained in firearms. He can certainly try to fire a gun. He's not sure how proficient he'll be with it. He also has a Bowie knife that he carries on his person for...
Yeah, the funnier question would be, does anyone even have a spare gun to hand out?
Yeah, And I'm also like, how tight is security going to be? Is my knife something I'm going to be able to conceal on my person?
We're having those under the floorboards, which is part of
Yeah.
why I need you, because I might need somebody to remove the floorboards in a big hurry.
Yeah.
And you're the best person we have for that.
Just
in fact,
levitate them all right off. Or
well, you're also our best lock picker because
Yeah.
you can pick locks.
yeah, that's true.
So I only have 2 guns, and they're both well, one's a pocket pistol. No, the other one's a service pistol, because apparently when I beat up that hitman, that's what he was carrying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's right. You stole that. Nice.
I totally stole that, so I can plant it in a crime.
It just slipped my mind because it was a mook. Good job.
Yeah, no, I've had that forever. I use the pocket pistol because the way the rules work is you're more accurate with the pocket. The pocket pistol has more accuracy.
Right, whereas the service will be like if you need to dunk enough damage, which you never know.
Yeah, but you have to know how to freaking shoot. None of us.
I guess it is worth mentioning to you. You do recall last time you shot it, the bullet did deflect off of metal from the pocket pistol.
That's why we're bringing the acid. But I'm just mentioning the only way I can have those guys, like the only signal I can give those guys is either someone has to go get them, but if they hear any gunshots, but then I have to ask the question. It's like, hey, you guys are 2 athletes who ran this randomly. You know, we're talking about something that might go hot and heavy with bullets being exchanged. I can't ask you 2 randos to get involved in something this deadly.
It's all right. Dante's given us enough compensation for now, let's say.
Well, if you guys are willing, do you guys come heavy? Do you have guns? Are you muscle?
Let me go ahead and double check what they have. The answer to that, I believe, is they might not have any pistols on themselves.
Athletes, I don't think, start with guns.
Yeah, no. They are huge bears. Is the answer actually? They are
they're
big,
fighters.
intimidating, obviously strong. We've had some tussles in the past. We can win a fight.
All right. Well,
It's not like everyone's going to be packing there or anything, right?
It's funny that you say that because I'm pretty because Mr. Wonderful is a gangster criminal. And also, who was it who investigated the remains of the brewery? It was one of the reporters. Which reporter was that?
That was actually both Edmund and Zechariah.
Yeah, and didn't you get discovered the first thing Miss Osborne did was pull out a gun, start shooting at you?
Yes.
She saw Edmund. I'm not sure if she saw Zach, because Zach was currently stealthing, and nobody actually, I think, caught him.
Right, but you remember that this Miss Osborne person, who I must emphasize is who I believe is the most dangerous, just pulled out a gun and started shooting without asking any questions.
Oh yeah, no, it's like I definitely remember that.
Right, well, she's probably going to be there at this event, so if she is there, that's the kind of person she is.
Noted.
Jake will kind of like look over at James and like try to confer. It's like, didn't the Klutzes have guns? Yeah, they're hard, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. Well, when are they gonna show up? Whenever they feel like it.
I mean, I have to emphasize that Mr. Wonderful and Miss Osborne are definitely hardened criminals, and they are murderers. They have killed, at least a dozen people. And I'm not even mentioning to them, oh, by the way, they also put ferret people in suits and control their minds. I'm just going to go with the murder and with the stuff I can back up, such as, when they see people trespassing, they shoot at them with no warning. This is going to be ugly. Then I'm just going to have a laugh that none of us carry guns. This is like the first, we're playing a role-playing game, and none of us are good with guns.
It's honestly a little miraculous.
It's got to do with the makeup of the game. I think it's great, but it means I think
I think it's great too.
Early on, there was a situation where you guys all wanted to go to a thing armed, and then Dante told you, no, we don't use guns.
Yeah, Dante's not here.
Yeah, but then ever since, you guys have been so anti-gun, so...
We all follow the comics book code here.
Well, I'm emphasizing it's not so much that I'm anti-gun so much as like this is incredibly violent and some of us might get hurt and or killed. I'm willing to die. So I'm willing to die for what I believe in, which is justice.
Yes. All right. So if that's all settled, I believe the time can come for you to go to the party. Let me go ahead and transfer you on the map. So I'm going to go ahead and move Zechariah, you're here. James, you'll be present. Edmund, you'll show up and happen to see people. And Claudia will be disguised as Claudia.
No, I'm actually disguised as Margaret Rittenhouse.
Did you do anything special to your face, appearance, voice, or are you just going under the pseudonym?
I do a whole bunch of special stuff to hide myself. You know, dye my hair, wear it differently. I'm an expert in disguise.
Excellent. I'm going to go ahead and ask for that now, and we'll retain it.
Okay. This is... Do you think this is bold and needs mind, or do you think this is crafty? Sorry, do you think this is crafty and uses mind, or do you think this is bold and uses will?
I think it's bold and uses will. You're looking to keep people from questioning yourself here.
Right.
There's a 9 and a 7 there, and this looks pretty good. That is 2 successes. You
is,
definitely look and feel like a different person right now.
I will fool the casual observer, which means I'm confident I can fool anybody except maybe Wonderful or Osborne.
Yeah. Unlike all the dudes you are with, you probably look the best in general regardless. Like, what kind of outfit are you actually wearing? Like, what kind of dress? What colors? Let's get like descriptive here for fun.
Man, whatever would be like ugly display of wealth. So...
raw gold inlaid in diamonds.
Yeah, like dodo feathers and thylacine skin.
Excellent. All right, so you all are on the map now. Then it is It is sunset right now. Dusk is upon us, and you can see the lights streaming in through the open hallway. And up ahead, of course, is the door to the entertainment area, and it looks like people are already waiting. Let me go ahead and find my exact words. Here we go. As the sun goes down and the hour of the party arrives, you can hear more commotion from upstairs, as it sounds like others must already be arriving and maybe even having dinner. Upstairs, as you reach the floor, either by staircase or elevator, as you choose, you can see a rhino up ahead at the door, wearing a rough suit and looking serious and imposing. You sort of recognize him from yesterday, actually, Claudia. Meanwhile, a much smaller raccoon servant is adjacent to him, accepting letters and inviting people in. So it is up to you, then, to hand out the invite.
Yeah, I'm just going to walk right up and submit my invitation.
I'm going to go ahead and do a roll for you because it is at least slightly important. I'm going to double check on a number. We have the bodyguards here. Okay, cool. So they're going to go ahead and roll. Not nearly high enough. They do not recognize you. And he just sort of huffs a little bit and keeps his arms crossed and looks imposing. Meanwhile, the raccoon will take it and go, Miss, what'd you say your name was?
Rittenhouse.
Miss Rittenhouse.
It's Mrs. Rittenhouse, thank you.
Mrs. Of course. I'm so sorry. I'll take your invitation. Please enjoy the night. And he will allow you inside. I'll go ahead and reveal it.
I'm not used to such boorish behavior. It's almost as if you're not professional servants. Well,
Uh,
I never. I say.
It's
Fan
almost
myself.
like he's young and inexperienced or something.
It's almost like, yeah.
So you have absolutely no trouble, and as soon as you get in, you can start mingling. I'll describe the scene once more people actually get inside.
So this is the stage over here.
Yes, that is the
All right.
stage. That
So
is
the
the door
boy-
that you recognized earlier, and in terms of direction sense, you know your hole is probably hereabouts.
Right. Okay. Getting back there would be. And what's this? A door over here?
Yes, that is more doors.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, so like I said, I'll physically describe it in but a moment. But first, everyone else, Edmund, James, and Zechariah, who's gonna try to go in next?
Me.
Okay. So step on up to the plate. What do you have for pretending that you ought to belong here?
That tux I got.
Good. That's going to give you a D8 assist bonus in this case. Will be involved, and do you have any deceit? All you need to do is pretend that you belong here.
I do not have any deceit.
Do you have any presence?
Yes.
Okay, you can go ahead and roll that and keep people from questioning you.
So presence and a D8 bonus.
Yes, will, presence, and a D8. And they will roll 4 against.
Just a minute.
There you go. You have a 4 and a 4. You have tied for the moment. Do you have something that could break the tie? That probably is the invitation. They will take a look at the invitation. It has your name on it, and you belong here. The servant will nod and accept it. It's like, Mr. James Green, thank you for coming. Yes, please, go right on inside. And you are allowed in.
Hmm.
So Edmund and Zechariah, which of you two is going to try next?
Zach will try next.
All right, so what do you have for pretending as if you belong at this fancy party?
Zach has a decent bit of presence.
All right, go ahead and roll me will presence, and because you brought the fancy outfit, yeah, throw in a d8.
Okay, so let's see here. There is presence. Oof, did not roll super well there. And then the D8.
All right, you got it. You walk up, calm and confident, hand him your invitation, goes, Mr. Mr. Zechariah Jericho. Yes, of course. Please, come in. They just get younger every year, don't they?
I'm here on my parents' behalf. They couldn't make it.
Oh, I see. What a shame that they couldn't bake themselves, but hopefully you'll see something wonderful tonight. Please, go on inside.
Certainly hope so.
All right. And last but not least, Edmund.
Hey, I have one quick question for you, DM.
Yes.
I have the research, I guess, feed, quote unquote. I was wondering, since I received the letter with a little bit of time, can I do research to figure out how to fit in and have that as a bonus D12? Or would I be stretching it?
I would probably stretch it. The research would be an academic pursuit, and this is more or less social obligations.
Understood.
You might understand well how to like use your forks well because of your research, but if you are wearing the wrong fashion, that's a different matter.
Understood. Just wanted to make sure with you. I wanted to know how research works.
Okay, so you can go ahead and walk on up. Do you have either will, presence, or deceit?
I have deceit.
Hey, that's great. So go ahead and roll me will deceit, and we'll see if they manage to figure out if there's something wrong here. And of course, because you too have a fancy outfit, you will have an extra D8 as well.
And you said will, correct?
Yes.
I just realized I rolled mind instead of will, but it's okay because they're exactly the same dice.
Yeah, I understand that feeling there. But that is 3, 2, 2, and 3. There are no successes on the supposed roll.
Uh-oh.
So as you approach, you are handing off the invitation. And he looks you up and down and goes, oh, this is quite a number of wrinkles. Well, but you do have the invitation. And he'll simply shrug, go, well, I hope you enjoy the evening, sir. Go right ahead if that's what you think you're prepared for.
Of course. And I'm gonna go right by.
All right. So Mr. Edmund steps inside. And of course, out of everyone who's wandered in, Edmund, you actually receive a couple of stares, whereas everyone else more or less gets off the hook. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to give you a icon. I'm going to give you the no-go sign.
Fair enough.
No, because nobody wants to go near you.
A question: is this a private party? Or...
I will describe that in a second. It is by invitation only, but inside, you see the same room as you did before, Claudia specifically. One side is arranged with a stage, with seats placed in front of it for a small crowd, while opposite it is a brand new bar that has been erected. It has a shelf behind it full of fancy sounding labels, while another well-dressed raccoon mixes drinks. A small card nearby reads, "Compliments of Mr. Wall's Private Reserve." A small crowd of well-dressed individuals mingles around the room, not a single one with less than $100 worth of rings, pendants, earrings, golden cufflinks, and pocket watches, all drinking and eating snacks that are being served around the room as they await patiently. Claudia specifically, but also Edmund and Zechariah, may roll observation. James, I don't think you've actually seen any of the people that'll matter here.
So that'll be
Probably
mind,
not.
My mind and my observation dice, I would assume.
Yes, indeed. Mind observation. Zechariah. Good. Claudia, 1. And let's just go ahead and double check on Ed. There you go.
I'm going to go ahead and roll my favorite use, but you can tell me if it applies or not. My favorite use is crime.
I don't think it necessarily applies here. No one's committing a criminal act yet. All right.
Well, they're not criminals.
So there are two familiar faces in the crowd. Claudia and Edmund would recognize a portly skunk that is making his way across the room, trying his best to hold 2 drinks in one paw. This is Theodore Luchis, the mayor's very own campaign manager and a friend of Claudia. Where did I put him on the map? Dang it! I did not actually.
Actually, you put him behind the first row chair.
Yes, there we go. He's right there. I did actually name him, so I was hoping people would notice. But he is actually looking around and temporarily stares over Claudia. And you can see him sort of looking your way and kind of squinting his eyes before shrugging his shoulders and taking another drink. Meanwhile, while he laughs and enjoys himself, the other familiar face is much less inviting, of which all but Green is able to recognize. You see someone brooding in the corner in a lovely black dress, cocktail in her gloved paws, that dreaded witch of an armadillo, Jennifer Osborne, plain as day, having a bad time at the party. So I will reveal the name. And that is what you see as rich dilettantes mill about the room, drinking and engaging in conversation in their own little cliques. And of course, you see the large rhino over in this part of the corner and the guard. What do you all do?
Well, I can't resist. I have to mingle because mingling is actually a skill that I have.
Excellent. So whom are you going to mingle with? Anyone in particular? Or
The purple
all right,
squad over here.
there you go. Okay, so just purple squad. So how about you go ahead and give me some mind, definitely deceit, because you're going to be pretending you're someone you're not here. Oh, gossip talent would definitely come into play.
Yeah, mingling is usually questioning.
Yeah, questioning. There we go. That's what I was kind of looking for a bit. So
Okay.
this is going to go ahead and be a mind, questioning,
Oh, I have another die.
gossip, and
That last die is a disguise die, so
oh yeah, absolutely. All right. So you definitely seem like you're passing with flying colors here. You understand this crowd. These are your people. You can tell them anything you want and they'll believe you. What exactly are you going to tell them about yourself?
well, I'm if I rolled successfully, I don't have to tell them anything about myself. I'm here to gather information on who they are.
Oh, well, you see, we operate this little business over in town, and they will gab on and on about their businesses. You kind of just poke and prod them for it.
So I size up the crowd. This is mostly rich people, not gangsters, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Uh, Actually,
And-
yes, from your questioning, you get the very specific feel. These people have never come within 100 meters of committing a crime. That is
Well-
not white-collar crime.
Yeah. I mean, sure, junk bonds. It's 1920s. We need to invest everything in the stock market. More money in the stock market.
Buying recklessly won't cause any problems.
It's never going to crash. Glorious capitalist future.
You do have 2 successes here. Do you have any other specific questions you'd like to know about the crowd in general?
Does anyone here actually know, like, Miss Osborne? Or is everybody here just cold invited?
Oh, you mean that woman over there? I don't even know. She's been giving everyone death glares all night. She didn't even show up at the dinner. I think someone said that she was Mr. Wonderful's manager. I guess we know who wears pants in that relationship, don't we? And she'll take like a knowing sip.
A woman in authority? How ludicrous.
I know, preposterous, ridiculous. I doubt they get anything done. But, this is a good chance to just relax, enjoy a nice night, some good drinks, some company, and maybe laugh at whatever ends up happening.
Just sitting here thinking, you guys were inches away from having strychnine in the wine, but I couldn't do that. I'm not horrible. Let's see. Well, I'm avoiding Theodore because I don't need to be recognized. That's unfortunate that he's here. I would be sad if Theodore was killed.
Oh, yes, he's over there just sort of generally enjoying himself right now. Talking up a storm and eating a handful of weenies from the servant's tray.
I'm not actually going to ask a second question. I'm going to wander over to Zachariah and say, Zach, I need a favor.
Sorry, my mic was muted. What do you need?
No worry. Okay, I need to slip backstage, so I need a distraction. Can you horribly embarrass Edmund for me in about 5 minutes?
I can
And-
try.
Make him the center of attention. Thanks. I'd appreciate that. Then I'm going to wander over this door and wait for something horrible to happen to Edmund. By the way, Edmund, I'm sorry.
Oh God, I'm trying to think of like what I can do to him.
I mean, you've got PK. You could do all kinds of embarrassing things to him.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what I would need to roll for this. Maybe snatch. Yeah, probably. I don't know. Either snatch or maybe fetch. I'm just gonna like try to see if I can like telekinetically pull his trousers down or something.
I would definitely give that like a PK parlor trick sort of level of success. If you get one, you can do whatever you want with that.
Okay. All right. So that's presence with mind and will. And then my power dice. So that's 2 successes. So I can pull off a parlor trick there and yank his pants down.
Right, and that last side was your power die too, right?
Yes.
Not as good as I was hoping, but still a good roll.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing I can try to deflect that, correct?
Well, it is a magical power, and he's doing it with his own personal powers and doesn't have to do a single thing. All he has to do is pull down your pants.
Technically, magic powers on willful people should be resisted.
Right. You could get a resistance if you really want to make it. Do you want to?
I'll try, yes. Let's see how this works.
Well, yeah, let's take a look what the PK resistance is here real quick.
Usually it's will, and I think it's often presence.
That's definitely for rolling it. I'll definitely go with will and presence for resisting it here in this case.
Okay.
If nothing else, then more to prevent yourself from looking like a fool.
Right. So I guess I'm just rolling will. Crap. Question. With him doing this PK stuff, can I observe him doing it and be like, hey, what's going on? Or
You
that'd
could
a little
probably
bit
be
cheesy.
staring straight at him, but have no idea what's happening.
Fair enough. Okay.
Usually it's your resistance that determines if you notice it or not.
Exactly.
Ah.
That's all I got. But well,
Sorry, Edmund. I needed a scapegoat, and you're it.
Unfortunately,
not even a good.
as you are sort of fretting a little bit, fussing with your camera, and generally trying to avoid the direct eye contact with people who are giving you sort of very awkward glares of you are well beneath them, your pants fall straight to your knees. And everyone in the room immediately turns to you after someone gives a light-hearted gasp. And everyone is simply staring at you for a moment as if anticipating what might possibly be next out of this.
And Zek has his back turned, hands in his pockets, and looks like a perfect innocent little angel.
Right. And meanwhile, Claudia, you're going to try sneaking through that door, aren't you?
I totally am. Hopefully Jennifer Osborne is distracted because she's the one I'm worried about.
Right. I will definitely give you the D8 assistant bonus to this.
And as soon as that happens, I'm going to try to grab my trousers and sidestep out the room because embarrassment and coward.
Right. This rhino actually starts approaching you with a face of, it's time for you to leave.
Out the way, and I go.
And he is going to drag you at least out to here.
Sorry, Edmund.
Yeah, I feel bad about that too, but he is the loser.
Yeah, he is.
All right. So it looks like you have tied with Jennifer Osborne here with 8 and 8. Do we have anything that can break this tie thematically?
The only thing I can think of is that distraction might have the distraction is the only thing I can think of that would break the tie, because Jennifer might be somebody magically savvy and might actually care about that. That's the only thing I could think of that would break the tie. I did get a distraction.
All right, we can go with that, and you actually see Jennifer just sort of move this way up the room a little bit. And you can slip inside. I'm going to go ahead and reveal the area. There's quite a lot of areas, so give me just one moment.
Also, Jennifer might recognize me if she's the one that I saw. I took picture.
Right. There's some extra stuff going on here. All right, so Claudia is moving down the hallway, and you'll get to this corner where you sort of hear the gentle whistling of someone leading on the corner, another mouse. And I'm just going to go ahead and reveal this for you, and we'll stop you there for just half a second, if you don't mind.
Sure thing.
Zechariah, I'd like you to roll will and presence for me.
All right. One moment here. Oof. Not.
And we'll roll the extra. Oof, she's already taken a hit. I'm going to modify this.
Yes, use up all your magic power before the fight starts.
All right, so it looks like you definitely did not beat this. And you actually feel like you've just been as if, as Jennifer walks by, as if she had literally rammed you in the side as she walks past you.
Did I just get PK shoved?
Yes. You actually end up getting sort of shoved towards this small group, and they will hold out their hands and go, "Oh, whoa, what? Hey, watch your distance, buddy."
Zek will mutter a quick apology and sort of give a pointed glance in Jennifer's direction. Like, he's manifested that ability himself. He knows exactly what just happened there.
You can tell that she's looking at you as well, but given what just happened, she sort of raises a little bit of an eyebrow and then turns to ignore you and actually head out the door. Edmund, you had been kicked out, and it looks like one Rhino guard is telling the other one to not let you back in. And you, of course, see someone leaving the party as well. What are you doing?
Who else is leaving the party? Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah,
Face to face with death and danger here, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Well, seeing as I'm finally to let go of the Rhino, could be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, miss," and pick my pants up.
She will approach you, and she will put a hand on your shoulder and try to turn you around and get you walking down the stairs a little bit. Well, this way, little lizard. Ugh.
Hey, what you calling a little?
You'll do as I say or else. Get down there. Are you going to resist her?
Yes, because there are two guards looking at her, trying to push me around and everything, and I'm small.
Okay, so this is going to probably be an opposed body athletics test.
I will mention out of character, those guards work for her.
Would evasion be okay, or athletics is
if you want to go ahead and start causing a bit more of a scene even and start dodging around, yes, you can choose to dodge.
totally? Thank you.
And I assume is his coward activated at this point in time too?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
If you tap coward, you will panic, and thus that
And
can't
you will
go
have
away.
to-
Yeah, that won't go away until you actually leave.
No, I'm not gonna tap it just yet. I'm not in too much
Okay.
trouble.
So she's going to go ahead and roll to try to move you. She has rolled 2 successes at 4s.
Good luck.
Let's see that speed evasion.
Ooh.
All right, some nasty ones, but there's a good 7 in there, which is actually better than her. You managed to step out of the way. Now I have the question, are you going to dodge down the staircase or dodge into the hallway?
Into the hallway.
Okay, so I'm going to just reposition you slightly. It is now slightly harder to go down the stairwell. And she is going to growl at you. What are you going to do? I'm going to give you an action real quick. You have 2 actions, actually. What would you like to do in terms of a sort of round by round sense?
I'm going to dodge her like I did, be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Hands off. I know my pants were down, but gotta keep it casual.
So you're going to guard and then try to reason as a stunt, is what it sounds like,
Yes.
I think. Okay, so let's go ahead and roll reasoning. Reasoning. Where are you? Form a dangerous stunt. Reasoning. Trick. Scramble. Hey, reason with an enemy. Mind, will, and negotiation versus hers. So give me that mind, will, negotiation roll.
Sure. I don't got negotiation, but I got questioning. I could be questioning what she's.
Nope. Negotiation in this case. You were trying
Okay.
to calm her down.
Sure, no problem. Mind will. Okay. There we go.
Okay, let's see what she gets. She has a 5. She has beaten you and resisted your attempts at reason.
Heck.
And she is not enjoying this. So we'll go ahead and dip over to Claudia then. Claudia, you are rounding the corner. What are you planning to do? You are still very quiet. I believe this person probably will not sense you. What are you willing to do?
I don't think I'm enough of a ninja to just slip past him through the door.
No. From this particular angle, you would have to actually go around.
I got no choice. I gotta take him out in one hit. I gotta knock him out.
All right, go ahead and give it a go. You are blindsiding him right now. You can get tactics if you want.
It doesn't matter. I don't have tactics. I'm not that good of a fighter.
No.
Do I get close enough to aim before I do this?
100%.
Okay, excellent.
He will, of course, have a chance to dodge, as all do, but he may not survive.
Oof.
Oh, wait, sorry. I don't know why I rolled 3d8 twice. That's a 4 then. Okay, oh my god. Well, your highest is a 2, so that's a 4, an 8, a 4, and a 12. Oh my god.
Did you just like slam his skull into the concrete?
Well, I'm basically, this is when you put your hand on his shoulder and turn and goes, what? And then you hit him in the jawbone for a knockout punch. But that was a 6-point hit.
Oh god. Oh,
You have thoroughly dunked him straight into the wall.
Well, I hope I didn't kill him.
That's a good question. I should actually roll his soak on this. He's got some endurance. Maybe he could actually do it. How much damage are we looking at here exactly?
6 points.
6 points. He does have endurance. No, he doesn't. He just has body. He does have a rough outfit, however. So I'm gonna
Okay.
give him a D8.
I mean, I knew these guys were gangsters, which is why I didn't want to go easy on them. But holy crap!
All right, yeah, he is.
He'll soak a
manages
whopping
to
2
soak 2 with
points.
Panic, takes 4, and goes straight down to the ground. You can see there's a little bit of blood there.
Crap! I gotta drag him in here.
All right, so you go ahead and drag him into that room.
Yep.
There you go.
Crap!
And of
There's not
course,
a lot of blood in the hallway, is there?
no, there's just like a small trickle. 1 second. Freehand, red, doot. About that much blood.
I'll try to clean it up using speed and deceit.
I will let you roll for that.
That's not gonna fool hardly anybody, but hey.
Hey, I mean, at least you wipe it up and there's blood of the interior of your dress that no one should look at.
Oh, great. All right. So,
So you are now in a small storage room. One that I don't believe you actually snuck in here before, didn't you?
we
It looks
did.
very familiar. It has boxes, a small table. It has some papers on it that don't seem all that important. But this time, there are now 4 armored golden figures standing at pure attention up against one side of the wall.
I'm gonna try to ignore them for a moment. All right. This mouse guard guy have a pulse?
You can go ahead and test them. What do you have for determining if someone you brutally murdered is still alive?
Mind and academics. Shrug.
You don't. Maybe you just don't know how to take a pulse well enough.
Can I just throw a curtain over him or something?
You can.
Is he packing?
He absolutely is. He has a pocket pistol, I believe.
Ooh, I can hide that in my person. I'll take that.
Actually, yep, he has a pocket pistol.
Cool. I can literally fit that in my purse.
I'm gonna do the crossover just so I know he's not in play, whether or not he's dead.
Well, I don't know. So,
Well, yeah, I don't know either.
but
That
that's
moment when-
concealable.
That
So-
moment when you roll a little bit too awesomely.
I'm not going to take his wallet. Does he have anything else, like a key ring or anything?
Does he? I don't think he does. He has some personal keys in his pocket.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
And maybe
I-
about like $3.
I'm not gonna bother time up. I'm not gonna rob him. Okay,
Yeah.
I need to get to work. I need to remove the floorboards and start pouring strychnine in these 4 automatons.
So, what do you have for opening up floorboards without anyone else hearing you?
I do have evasion, which is the skill of avoiding detection. Craft would be the best skill for this, and I don't have that.
Okay, so this is what I would generally think. Body, speed, evasion, and craft. You do have to use some strength. Did you bring a tool with you? I don't think you did.